Why do so many people who buy print-on-demand courses never actually make consistent income? Well, it's not because they're lazy. It's also not because print-on-demand doesn't work. It's because almost every course out there right now is teaching methods from 2019 that just don't work in today's market. And I'm going to prove it to you. I've been inside this industry for years. I've seen exactly what works. I've seen what doesn't work. And here's the thing that is really surprising. Most print-on-demand educators, they're teaching you to compete in the exact same oversaturated spaces that are going to basically guarantee failure. They'll tell you to create like cute coffee mugs or shirts that have generic sayings, or they'll teach you broad demographic targeting, or they'll tell you to make these pretty designs over profitable ones. It's like they're stuck in this time warp where they're teaching strategies that worked on Amazon when there were probably 1/10 of the sellers that there are now. And the people that are making consistent income, those people are definitely doing something that's different. Now, I realized after analyzing thousands of successful print-on-demand products across multiple platforms, there's a pretty undeniable pattern. Top performers aren't following advice from a lot of the popular courses. They're not targeting dog lovers or coffee enthusiasts. They're not using elaborate graphics or professional designs or investing a ton of money. Instead, they are serving micro communities with simple designs that speak to very specific experiences. So, for example, there might be someone that's making a design for night shift workers and using inside jokes about their weird sleep schedules. Or it could be someone who is targeting vintage board game collectors and then using phrases or words that only that community understands. So while everyone else is fighting over these massive oversaturated markets where it's super hard to stand out, these people are finding small passionate groups that have almost zero competition. So here's the first thing that most courses get backwards. They teach you to think like a designer, but you should really be thinking like a linguist. Communities aren't buying pretty pictures. They're buying identity validation. That's a really important distinction. When someone sees a product that's going to use their exact inside language, it creates an instant emotional connection. So it's like you're finding someone who finally gets your world. So the most successful print-on-demand sellers, they're not artists. They're cultural translators, and it's easier than ever before to be this now that we have AI. But basically here, we're taking community language and then we're turning it into products. Now, the second major flaw in traditional print-on-demand education is that people are obsessed with scale when they should be focused on specificity. Everyone wants to reach millions of people, and that's exactly the wrong approach. A product that is going to speak to 500 super passionate people will always outperform one that's trying to appeal to 50,000 random people. The small engaged communities are the ones that are going to be spending money. The large general audiences, they're just going to scroll past unless you have something that's just like super hyper funny, 1 in a million kind of thing. I've seen people make consistent sales targeting communities of just a few thousand people because those people felt truly understood. While other people are chasing this kind of viral potential, the smart sellers are going to chase emotional precision. Now, that's partly why I created Low-Hanging System, because instead of competing in these oversaturated markets, we systematically find overlooked communities. Now, generally, I do love to guess, I love to test, but then when we're scaling up, we are going to stop guessing what designs are working and we're going to research the exact language that these groups already use. So instead of hoping for broad appeal, we're creating surgical precision for specific experiences. Now, this kind of approach has 3 core components. First, there is community intelligence, where we're finding passionate groups that others ignore. Second, we are language mining. We're discovering the phrases that they already love. And then 3, we've got surgical creation here, where we're turning insights into simple, profitable products. Now, it's not about being creative, it's about being observant. It's not about design skills, it's about listening skills, empathy, figuring out what they're doing. And again, we have AI, which makes it so much easier. And when people really implement this correctly, I feel like the results just speak for themselves. I can't obviously guarantee your results or anything, but it just makes logical sense that students, when they're finding communities that they understand and they're serving them what they actually want, of course, those people would be more interested in purchasing, right? Because then there's no more guessing, no more hoping, no more competing with thousands of sellers. It's just systematic identification of underserved groups and then simple solutions to their specific needs. And the beautiful part is that once you understand the method, you can replicate it across different communities basically indefinitely. Now, this approach isn't for everybody. If you want to create one viral design that makes millions, this isn't your method. If you need massive income immediately, this is also not for you. Look elsewhere. But if you want a realistic system that could potentially generate some supplemental income over time by serving real communities with genuine value, this is pretty awesome. I mean, it just makes sense. Even if you have zero design experience, even if you're not naturally creative, even if you've tried print on demand before using traditional methods. Now, the skills that you need are really research and observation, especially once you do the kind of spray and pray, not artistic talent. So if you want to see exactly how this works, I've created a detailed breakdown of the entire low-hanging system course, and it goes over the different things that you'll get when you sign up for it. So click the link in the description to access that training. And if you found this valuable, then hit subscribe, because I share real insights about what actually works in online business, not outdated advice that sounds good but then falls in practice. The opportunity really is there. The question is whether you'll keep following methods that are designed for yesterday's market or adapt to what actually works today.